David Starkey.
I think there are two points that I'd like to make. The first relates directly and specifically to the question, why was that idea of anonymity in the coalition agreement? It was directly because of the intervention of a very old and dear friend of mine, Conrad Russell, the late Earl Russell, who, when he was at your college, dealt as a tutor with exactly the kind of case that we're talking about. That is why it was there. The second issue is, I think we've got ourselves into a hopeless confusion on the whole question of rape. The word rape means violence. That is the Latin root. That is how it has always existed in English. That is how it has always been understood. What we have tried to do is to take that word with all its terrible associations and apply it to a whole series of much more awkward, much more difficult to establish, much more contested and contentious sexual encounters by focusing on this issue of consent, which so often boils down, as it did exactly in this case, to his word against her word. Now, I cannot see that the law is at all good at dealing with this. It really isn't. It works very badly. And I think that it encourages false accusation. It also encourages other things as well on the other side. It's a very, very awkward, difficult law. We're in a state of complete confusion about sexual etiquette, aren't we? Complete confusion about what is right and what is wrong. We're trying to change it. We're trying to use the law to change it. And you, Tessa, said something which I think, frankly, is deeply shocking. You said that our interest as a society is on, bringing forward more victims of rape. I'm sorry, we have one interest in society when the law is applied, and it's called justice. And justice is blind, and justice is even-handed. And this sense of a very large female paw resting on one pan of the scale is bad and it's wrong. And I'm going to use the word, it's immoral.
That's utterly reactionary tosh. Rape does not have to involve violence. No means no. If you proceed, it's rape, whether there's violence involved or not.
Shouting, by the way, doesn't deal with the problem at all effectively.
Well, I'm outraged at what you said.
No, I'm sorry,
so will half the country.
Didn't you say
well,
that you didn't...
good, because it might make them think. Just sort of mouthing these things, no means no. Think of... I'm not heterosexual. I have been in very complex sexual situations. Being gay, I'm actually used in one sense to being what it's like on the other side. I know what's involved. I know the complexities. And this, no means no, no means no, words.
In a relationship in which sex is the norm, then clearly, nobody watching this asks their wife verbally, would you like to have sex, dear? Nobody does that in relationships.
Let's go back to the question, which is whether anonymity should be given in future